All right, so welcome to another Sunday breakdown, and on this week we're going to be going over GJ, gold, and NAS. So let's jump right into it. So last week, and we'll just go to the daily time frame just so you can see the past couple of days, or we'll just jump from the weekly. You can see last week we kind of continued to make the downwards trend with this push that we got even lower to a low part. Now, quite frankly, for me, this is damn near a third touch off of this higher time frame trend line that you see that really can start from right here. This is really and truly the third touch. On a bigger scale outside of this, this is where we broke at on the weekly time frame. We broke and we've been bullish ever since. We made this higher high up here, but now price has made a higher low, and it looks like this is the third touch where we're maintaining a higher low. So really from this move this week, this is really a 38.2 test on the weekly time frame. If we go to the daily time frame, it's the same thing, testing a 38.2, but now you can kind of see to where we're in this defined ranging area between this zone down here, based on where I have these QPs at, and this price action quite up here. So now what I'm anticipating, because again, the time frame that we are on, which is the daily, I'm just anticipating that price from here is going to make a rally back up to this upside, to this zone up here. Now, how do I get this? Going down to the 10-hour time frame, we can basically see where this supply zone turned into demand multiple times. And everywhere that we turned into a demand zone, basically this zone down here, we went bullish every single time. Whether it was engulfing directly, which you can see right here, we had a direct engulfing, or if we had a variation. So 9 times out of 10, when we come into this area, an engulfing of some sort is going to happen within this range of this area. Just like how price came down here, we came underneath, we hit our higher time frame zone, which is our weekly zone, which is in blue, letting us know at this previous higher high point. You can see the same area that we hit on the daily. When I look at it on the weekly, we exhausted and shot up. So it's quite frankly, it's going to be the same thing this time, because price is just within this defined range. Price hasn't done the engulfing yet, but the goal for today, or at least by tomorrow, is to be for price to get up here. So why up here, I say? Because on the higher time frame, which is the daily, this is where we're going to engulf at. And looking at it from the 10-hour perspective, we already kind of got it set up to where this may be a lower low. This is our previous lower low. And if we are meant to go up, that we got to at least come in this area. So based on this would kind of be my TP for today's move. I am looking to kind of probably take this move come market open. You can see that we have also a nice exhaustion wick right around here, and price is setting up off that retest. So quite frankly, I like what I see based off of this 6-hour perspective. I'm really looking to take this setup off of this 250 QP. No, I don't want to have a stop loss this big in all reality, but I am looking to have a tighter stop loss once I kind of go down and alleviate market structure from this area. Going down to the 4-hour time frame, you can see buyers firmly took over with a retest. So now I can already tell that these lows should be over. That's cutting it 50 pips and a half already. And this is going to be a nice 125 pip gain if this move just plays out. So right now we're looking as a 1 to 2, trying to see if I can get the risk to reward better. Now, based off of structure, just based on how I see alone with this overall move, I'm seeing that price has been maintaining the lower highs and the lower lows. And these are the market structure swings based on what I'm drawing as of right now. And then this is a swing, and then we bottomed out here, and then we finally broke here, and now we're doing this retest. So quite frankly, I would want to wait, but if I'm catching the continuance, which again, on the 2-hour time frame, we can kind of delete this. We can make it better. Friday, like really Thursday going into Friday, I took this move right here, and I was able to really kind of get out. But this is the last buy I took because, again, we dropped them. We actually just broke structure, which right around here, where this eclipse is right around here is where we broke structure, and now we're retesting it. Going down to the 1 hour, you can see this BOS kind of happening. So we basically got a zone within a zone right around here, which is, for me, is kind of a hotspot area. So me looking at this setup to kind of get the best risk to reward that I could possibly get, which I'm making the zone in red, I'll make it in black, just because the core area of support and resistance. Now, buyers already kind of took over right here with this variation. You can see 1, 2, 3. This is also the higher low area right around here for this overall move. Now, ideally, the goal is to try to get an entry near this area, just because it's already been solidified as the higher low, and buyers already took over. So if we get any type of rejection towards coming back down here and retesting this area again to confirm, yeah. But what I'm actually looking to do is, once the market stabilizes, is take a trade around here, stop loss down here. Now, This is probably the best odds that I could kind of get myself within risk to reward, just based off of price action and where we're at, because buyers already took over. We still need a retest here, which we haven't had yet, based on what I see. So hopefully, market open, we can get a retest down here, and we can put our stop loss somewhere down further and have a better risk to reward. But as of right now, we're already trending upwards based on the lower time frames, and I can see that if we solidify this 250 QP, this is going to be the risk that I'm willing to use for one setup. But I'm going to really watch it. But that's it for GJ. As far as for a higher time frame or why I see this move going, again, this is just a game. And before I go back that high, we're just going to literally ride the move all the way up to here, 400 and something pips, and be able to capitalize off of that. Now, breaking on the higher time frame, what that would look like for us on the 4 hour, is just coming all the way back up to here. So I'll make this a bigger TP in the scale of things. I'll make this line in green, so that's a potential future TP. And if price does respect and can respect here, we can really double up on the move and go for a 1 to 10, riding the move up to here. Now, it all just depends on how we start with volume and what price action is really trying to show us. But the lower we start down here, the better we have risk to reward. But I only see bullish movements kind of coming in for this week, because it looks like the sales are done. Next, gold. We can start from the daily time frame. I'm mad. Start from like the 10-hour time frame. We've really been doing good in this overall uptrend when it comes to gold. Looking at it from I don't want to say a daily perspective, but really like a 12-hour, 10-hour perspective. This was the previous market structure, higher low, right around here, this pullback, because this is where we really started back the bull trend again. And as you can see, gold's been trending pretty solid. So I'm with the buys on this one, right? Now, this was our last market structure area right around here, hence why I started with the red eclipse. And literally, all I did is just drag it to the higher high on this 10-hour time frame. We got a 38.2 retest. And if you look, it also made a second touch of our trend line right around here, and we went up bullish. So literally from here, because we are in a market structure area, I can delete that fib, and I can redraw and do my analysis for this week. Now, this week, it should be pretty spicy, because from here to here, all we did is pull back into a 38.2. So really and truly looking into this week and kind of just looking at the analysis, right around here, I have a zone on the lower time frame. I can make it a bit bigger so we can bring it out into this current move. Now, quite frankly, a 38.2 touch here near the major QP, around here at the 190s, right around here, the 2700 flat, that looks good. We already kind of interacted with that. Let's go down lower so we can look at double the amount of data. You can see some of the buy setups that I caught. I missed. I wouldn't say I missed it, but I'll show you better than I can tell you. We're going to go down to a little bit of the 2 hours so we can see the structure within here. Yeah, looking like this right around here, this is like obviously where we're making some sort of support and resistance. So any touch off of here, really and truly, it would be kind of good for a bullish move, setting up, just going into it so far. Stop loss can be here. Now, my stop losses on gold are usually like around like 500, right around here. So I like to go for like nice 1 to 2s on gold, but gold is a pair that really, it's a behemoth if done right. So as of right now, we can see that buyers are coming into this area, which is looking good. So we could probably tighten up the risk to reward around here somewhere. Just keep in mind though, based off of the structural area that we are market structure wise, obviously this is the higher high, we made a low, we made a high, then we push back up, and then boom. So we got to kind of watch out for this zone within this price area, because we could be rejecting to go back to the downside and probably get a better risk to reward setup entry based off this fib level. But looking down, just because we're talking in terms of probabilities, buyers has already took over this area, which I want to say traditionally for us, that is good. Buyers took over somewhere like around down here. You can see the bullish engulfing that price went ahead and made. And just looking down lower, you can see that we really kind of bottomed out right here. Looking at this area to see if we have anything that goes in reference of supply and demand. The only thing that we have is a demand zone that we can stretch from left to right based off of this market structure area, so we can really see where price action is moving as of right now. As of right now, I would like to see some type of retest on gold. We have another major, the 172 here, and then obviously the 173. So price is kind of moving in confluence on how it needs to be right now with the upside. We're kind of right here around resistance. So hopefully price can break above here and we can get into a better setup based off of here and have a risk to reward of like 500, kind of making this zone the area that it needs to tap. So that's probably the setup that I'm going to be looking at. Lastly, we're going to talk about NQ, aka NAS. I'm going to be trading this pair this week on the futures market as well. So looking at where we are market structure wise, this was the last market structure area before we made this big bullish push all the way up to here. So basically where we're at now is an 88.6 level as far as for structure goes. We came back to this previous higher high that we made while going in this bullish uptrend. You can see higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high. So this is the overall peak from right here. So we kind of know where we are structure wise. And we can kind of see that price was kind of respecting this zone, kind of looking at a little bit more finer in detail. You can see the lower highs and lower lows kind of being respected, right? For the downtrend, because price looks like we're in a downward channel, right? And you know what happens to these downward channels? They end up doing a breakout. So we're kind of at this resistance area to where price can potentially come back down. But let's kind of look at it a little bit more in detail because we're seeing something different here. As you can see here, I got some drawings. And again, just looking at this area, this zone is really kind of holding up nice and doing its thing. If I was supposed to adapt it to this time frame, you could see right around here that basically where we kind of came, this is where we kind of got that variation right around here. And just showing you naked charts for a second, the variation I'm talking about is this candle right here, how we came. And then you can see price came and retested it right around here to where we wicked off. So that's gold for you in a nutshell. It gives you these crazy entries, but you just got to be able to time it right and just know where you are within structure. Looking at it a little bit more in detail, I have some drawings here that I want to delete. And you can see price pretty much came all the way down here, and then it broke and retested right around here. The area I'm talking about where we got that break and retest is right around here. So where price broke this lower high and then we shot up. So we're going to be looking at that in the details. Now the details for this overall move is that we have a move that we're basically trading off of on this higher time frame probability, right? Which is cool, but now we have a move within a move because we have a sexy break of structure, which we're going to start this move from down here into right here to see basically where we are. We respected a 38.2, so now we can really see that we're making a lot of 38.2 pullbacks. Now this is important just for the simple case that gold doesn't come down to a retest. We kind of can ride the continuance to the upside, basically where we are now. So we may probably come back down here to 38.2. We may probably come back any one of these areas to kind of look for a setup. I like this 121.50 on NAS for this bullish run. If we can come back here and respect it and come in this golden zone and get a retest. See, we have a bit of structure, but I'm going to look out for this 38.2 and higher to see what price kind of shows us. Going down low to like the 30 minutes, just looking at it. Yeah, NAS has really been just finding support at areas and it's taking off. Like the last support that it found right around here was, again, near the 121. Really and truly, once we came into the 121.250, it was continuance of that. There's probably some lower zones that we can do in between these majors, especially from the 121 to the 121.250. But based on how I see it, this is a good range, and we basically came and broke and retested and found a trend. So any one of these higher lows that it was making during this bullish movement would have been good if you were watching price action. This is why I like to mix price action with support areas, because for me, if the trend already changed and we're in the middle of price, I can literally get in and ride the wave and adjust my risk accordingly. Right, you can see right until we kind of broke right here, structure just became everything from this point with a break and a retest and just continue to the upside. I'm going to make this in red just so you're able to see it a little bit the best. Bum. So you can see like literally once we broke right here, which I'll make these zones kind of smaller for us, you can see here like price kind of came back in these areas to get some formality of a retest, and then price has kept on moving from there. So we can really see the only area that price hasn't come back for a retest is somewhere like around right here, which ideally would be good because if we can get a retest of this QP, then we're golden. But outside of that, the next area is the 500, which is basically at right now, and it could really continue. But it looks like it's using it as resistance. I'd have to flow with the trend from here and see, but I'm expecting any one of a retest within this direct area. So, like I said, just looking at it from a perspective of structure based on where I am. I have this fib set up. I have this trend line. So let's just really see what happens. Again, the goal is to get in the move here. And if we can get in, we can ride the move all the way up here to this negative 61.8 area, which I'll make in green because that's obviously going to be my target with whichever I catch for this week. It's kind of hard to say where this entry is going to be at just because we're in the middle of a higher high on this. So we really just got to kind of follow the trend from here. That's just my best advice, right? Because this is going to be my target based on where we pull back to. Now, if we pull back to the 38.2, that's a move. But I'm going to be following the lower time frame structure on this, so that way I can get in where I fit in and really flow with structure to the upside. But based on how I see it, looking over here from the left, technically, I can see that we have a bit of a zone right around here, or was it right around here? It was right around here, supply and demand wise. So maybe we can come back and get some form of a retest on this zone, or maybe form some type of structure structure pivot 20 minute on this area again or somewhere over here just to let us know that we're still in this bull run to the upside. But that's basically what it's going to be for me, at least on there, at least for the most part, right? Looking at the last thing that I kind of want to show y'all, right? Because it's going to be a good week for us. Looking at the last thing, I kind of want to change it to YouTube Studio. Yep. Y'all don't mind my YouTube analytics or my revenue or whatever the case may be. Like, I don't really care about this. I don't really care about this. I just try to post quality content for everybody. Small account that I kind of built off of GJ and Go this week. Once GJ gives me an entry, if GJ can give me an entry literally right around here, and this is just the liquid platform if nobody doesn't know about it. This is the platform I trade on. This is where I trust my money and everything. I'm going to set a limit order where, it's going to put me in the market. Now, the spread is going to come into the market, so I'm really waiting, but this is what I'm looking to set up. I'm looking to do this here for at least 10 lots, right? And I'm looking to do this here with a TP of, obviously my TP is going to be higher, but a stop loss is going to kind of be down here. And that's basically what I'm looking to do come market open. I really want to get in from this 250 QP and see what price kind of shows us, but that's just what I'm looking to do. I just kind of wanted to show you what it looks like. Gold, I'm going to be trading gold this week on this account as well. Forgive the 100 lots. You guys know how this thing goes. Gold, I'm literally just waiting for that same entry based off of the technical analysis that I showed you based on where it went to flow with. But I'll probably be trading gold this week with my 5K account. I'll probably be using like 2 lots or 3 lots on gold. And then as far as for GJ, I'm going to be trading with 10 lots this week and just scaling into my entries. So if you guys want to join me, you guys can hit the link in my bio and join my Discord community for free where I can trade with me Monday through Thursday. With that being said, guys, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all guys so much for the video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. If y'all like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me what pairs you want me to add to this. And I'll go ahead and get the adding. With that being said, God bless and deuces.